Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Janae.
And I'm Anthony.
And we are the Spillers. Alright, so we have completed Whole30. We are so excited. Yeah. It was definitely a process. And so today we're just going to pretty much just tell you guys our experience from beginning to end.
Yeah, really, like we said, give you our personal thoughts and takes on this, our review. For anybody that's interested in really getting an understanding of how Whole30 affected us and hopefully to help you, we're going to go through it end to end. We've done so much with this. We've even taken notes.
That's right.
So we're going to, if you see us looking down, we're really trying to organize this video and give you points that's going to help. So the first thing we said, or that we asked ourselves, what's really needed for this diet? What does it take to get through it? And the first thing we have to say is that you got to have your mind made up that you're going to do this for 30 days. It's not a pretend diet. It's not play at all. Like, you have to really know that you're going to get through the end of this. And I think it helps to have someone, you know, as accountability to do it with. The second thing I would say that you need is something that you can kind of go to, a go-to snack, something that you're going to repeatedly eat every day, because the stuff that you are used to eating, you probably can't have it, which is why you decided to do this diet in the first place. So find something that you don't mind eating day after day, because it's going to be a go-to for you.
And we'll explain that.
Yeah. The last part of what's needed for this diet is to clean out your refrigerator. And I say that from a person who had, I'd have to say, a sugar addiction. I was all in the sweets. So you make sure you get that stuff out. Don't pretend or play yourself and say, you know, oh, I'm going to leave it in my cabinet, the cupboard, or the refrigerator, and I'll just come back to it when this thing is done. The temptation is going to be too strong, so just get rid of it.
I agree. Okay, so what did we eat for 30 days? We ate baked chicken, and you can season your chicken. So we ate baked chicken, we had ground turkey, we had bacon, but smoked bacon, vegetables such as broccoli, sweet potatoes, cauliflower, zucchini, spaghetti squash, kale, peppers, and we ate a lot of eggs. We learned how to make a lot of things with eggs because they're quick, they're easy, and they pair good with a lot of things.
Yeah,
we learned.
Really did.
Yeah. And so, as Anthony was saying earlier, a go-to snack. For us, we didn't do this often, but we started making smoothies like towards the end. And I wish we would have thought of that earlier, because it would have been a nice way to kind of like
break it up.
To like a treat.
Yeah.
But we would use almond milk and frozen fruit. We also had a lot of almonds, cashews, bananas. We had sliced apples, but then again, you have to be mindful, like with your fruit. Fruit was something that we did eat, apples and bananas, and smoothies, but you can't have too much of it, because then it's not healthy anymore, because fruit has sugar. Lunch meat was something that helped him
big time. And
kombucha, however you pronounce it. There's one brand, I will put the or GT, we'll add it. But there's only one brand that is approved, because it doesn't have any added sugars. So we lived off that. So kombucha and green tea. Green tea was definitely something that I began to drink a lot of. It was hard because you can't put honey or sugar or anything in it, but eventually it grows on you.
Okay, so now that we've made it through Whole30, what really were the effects? So week one, we saw a lot of withdrawal effects, I would say. That's when your body's really, beginning to go through the whole detox process, and it's cleansing itself of the sugars because it's not having it. We saw increased headaches throughout that first week, like a lot. And it was really just an indicator that our body was craving these old foods. So the first week was kind of tough.
So we are doing Whole30. We're only on day 2. How you feeling? We said we were gonna check in every day.
I already feel like I got a headache and going through sugar withdrawal. Hopefully I don't feel like this tomorrow.
Yeah.
But today.
Well, how do you feel, baby? Can you explain how you feel?
I feel like my body is exhausted, but I've eaten food, so I shouldn't feel like this. But it's or even earlier, I just felt like restless. Like I was about to I just kept on like pulling at my at my
like
beard
a withdrawal.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely I'm in withdrawal.
What's making it a little easier for me is that I've already given up coffee. If I would have just started this now and had to give up coffee, I think it would have been really hard. I had already cleansed myself of coffee and cream and sugar.
Yeah.
So my mornings, I'm good unless I just don't get enough sleep. But it's just not being able to just like snack on stuff. And sorry, but to be honest, also too, this is kind of embarrassing, but honestly, like the bathroom, you will begin to go to the bathroom every single day. And if for some people, if they're not regular, this diet will really help you to get regular. If you catch my drift. But I found that to be important.
And I think that process of the first week of your body doing that cleansing is what helped us with the effects that we saw during the second week.
Right.
The second week, we really saw a huge drop in our weight. It was like we stepped on the scale and it's like, oh my God.
Okay, so I'm about to get in the shower and I'm going to weigh myself. I just kind of feel like maybe I'm a little bit smaller. Maybe I weigh a little bit less. Fingers crossed. All right, getting on now. Oh my gosh. What? 158.
And you feel it.
Yeah.
Like you said, like overnight. Like you'll wake up and you'll be like, well, let me get on the scale because I feel my shirt's a little bigger today. My tummy doesn't look as big. So yeah, definitely.
By week 3. So by week 3, yeah, I think our minds had finally cleared out all of the sugar and wasn't craving the stuff that we were having before as much. So that gave us a lot more mental clarity. But on the flip side of that, I think that extra clarity was causing us to like focus down on everything, and it made us more irritable since, you know, we have to mentally focus on this diet now.
I think it's affecting our moods.
Yeah, I don't think I know.
Yeah.
Jinx. Yeah, he's never like impatient or anything. And today I was like, oh my gosh. A little bit. Slightly, yeah, a little attitude. It is affecting my mood. But then at the same time, we just ate Chipotle. Prior to eating that, I didn't have any energy. Now, my headache is gone. We ate a nice sized portion of food, but I don't feel like bloated or full or, you know, sick or like regretful that I just sat down and devoured a whole meal.
Be careful, caution on this Whole30. Your mood, everything will be off.
And by week 4, I think, to me, again, you still have the mental clarity, but you're just kind of done.
Yeah.
My routine throughout this thing, or our routine that we had set up, we were doing legs on Mondays, chest on Tuesdays, back and shoulders on Wednesdays, Thursdays were arm day, and Friday was cardio.
We didn't do none of that on this diet. He did, but
yeah, I tried to continue to maintain it throughout the entire 30 days, but it got progressively harder. I think towards the end, we were starting to realize that, again, it's not just physical. And again, it's also in the mind, so we tried to implement different things to kind of, as we went out, to help.
Go walking,
right?
Yeah.
To help de-stress and whatever the anxiety or anxiousness was from looking like, okay, we got 3 days left, we got 2 days left. It just kind of helped.
That's true.
We are walking the causeway.
Yes.
Fresh air.
We haven't eaten anything, but honestly, I'm not hungry.
I'm getting there. I don't know what to eat yet, but. Getting about that time. Yeah, we all kind of sweating.
All right, day 30. We made it. It's hump day too.
You're right.
So we are having our last Whole30 meal. Some sweet potatoes, baked chicken, and veggies. We made it, y'all.
So glad.
It's over. Would we do it again? At first, I would say no, but now I'm leaning towards most definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely do it again. I think doing it again, I probably wouldn't do it as long, maybe like a whole 15,
right?
As opposed to a whole 30. It kind of plateaued, I would have to say, after week 2.
Yeah.
And you still feel encouraged to continue it because of what you see, or at least what we saw in those 2 weeks. And it was like, all right, well, what's the next 2 weeks going to bring? But the next 2 weeks didn't produce the same results. Physically, no.
Yeah. But mentally, for me, being a person that is drinks a lot of coffee and all of that, to go from being that way to not having any like caffeine and sugar and having all this mental clarity and being able to get through a work day without feeling sluggish, that for me was enough for me to say, yeah, I want to continue doing this.
I do feel that I have a little bit more control over, the sugar cravings now that we're off, and obviously, we've had some sugar.
Oh yeah, day 31. Oh, listen, we were like ready.
It was time.
But
we've proven to ourselves now that this stuff does not control us. It doesn't own us, and we can step back and we have a little bit more education and knowledge about how this stuff is affecting us.
All right, it's 12:03 in the morning.
We are
officially
done. So in celebration of
yeah.
this wonderful day,
What are we gonna eat first? Oh my gosh.
And honestly, it didn't even taste all that great. After 30 days of not having it, it was like,
We look forward to something that...
Yeah. Overall, I am extremely proud of us. Yeah. 30 days of doing this, no cheating. We were able to just encourage each other throughout the process. We were a little snappy with each other from time to time, but...
Be careful with that, y'all.
Right, yes. But it was definitely worth it.
I totally agree. We're getting ready to reveal to you the actual... first initial weight. I started off on this Whole30 diet weighing in at 177. As you can see now, I've dropped down to 168. So within a month, I pretty much dropped down 9 pounds, almost 10 pounds.
Day 1, I was 162 pounds. My goal initially was to get to 145 pounds. That did not happen. But at the end of this, I am weighing 155 pounds. So I lost a total of 7 pounds.
So as you can see, there's real benefits to Whole30. It's challenging, it's hard, but if you really want a diet that's gonna impact your body and really shock it, I would suggest this. We're gonna continue on and incorporate these changes moderately within our daily life. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.